My name is Govedi Masonkole. Today I'm with Gerald, my brother. We've always had so many conversations, and we said we'll be recording this conversation so that we share our sentiment with you guys. First of all, introduce yourself, Gerald.
My name is Gerald.
Speak loud.
Oluoch.
Gerald?
My name is Gerald Oluoch.
So Gerald Oloch has been a barber. So one thing you people need to know, we hold different sentiments.
Yeah.
So basically for me, I'm anti-Christ. I'm not Christian at all. And Gerald is very much Christian.
Yeah, of course.
Gerald is much Christian.
No, but I don't believe in the white Jesus.
But he doesn't believe in the white Jesus.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't know the hypocrisy and stuff.
Yeah, no.
But
I'm not a hypocrite.
so but Gerald is also very, should I say misogynist? No, you very anti-feminist.
Yeah. I am.
And I'm very pro-feminist.
Yeah.
Because for
You
me, I
see?
believe African society was matriarchy. It wasn't patriarchy. But Gerald believes that men should rule.
Yes, men should rule, man. Men should rule. So, I am with Andrew Tate on this one.
So he's with that, but you see Andrew Tate is a misogynist. So
No, he's not.
yeah. Okay, another thing, Gerald is very homophobic. I'm very what do you call this? Pro-LGBTQ.
I'm
So-
not homophobic. No.
You're not homophobic?
No, I'm not.
But you've
homophobic.
always been.
What I don't like
Yeah.
is this gay,
Narrative.
LGBTQ. Yeah,
Narrative.
the gay narrative
Uh-huh.
should not be forced to people.
But I don't think it's been forced to
No,
people.
it is because you see, if you think about it,
Uh-huh.
if this gay agenda thing,
Uh-huh.
the gay lesbian, whatever,
Uh-huh.
I have no problem because I have several customers who are gays and
Uh-huh.
some who are lesbian.
Uh-huh.
I don't refuse to share with them because they're gay.
I mean,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
then that will make me a homophobe.
A homophobe, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because now if I do that, that makes somebody might kill them or
Yeah,
do something bad to them because of
So
me. So I don't want.
You
that
don't
kind
want
of-
the hate on
Yeah, no.
LGBT,
No.
but you don't want them brushed on your face.
Yeah.
But my other question is, so you're okay with them getting rights? Like the way straight people have rights in the Constitution, also them they should have rights in the Constitution.
For me, I believe everyone deserves rights.
Okay, I never knew that.
No. I mean everyone deserves to be.
Uh,
Everyone deserves to live. Right?
Uh-huh.
Everyone deserves to live.
yeah, for sure.
Equal opportunities should be for everyone.
For everyone, yeah.
Yeah, for everyone. Because now when you say
Mhm.
that the gays and the LGBTQ, let us put it that way.
Yes.
Because you see nowadays people identify like cats and
You
dogs.
can identify as
You can
whoever.
even say you are transparent, yeah.
I
You know?
saw something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. But for me, I feel like if you have to identify in some way,
Uh-huh.
don't try and push that narrative to other people. Because now you see, it is just your perspective.
Mhm.
Don't put that perspective into another person,
Mhm.
right? So that is me. For me, I'm not a homophobe.
Mhm.
I just believe that if you are doing a thing, do it over there.
But at what point is it pushed on? Just because it appears on media, then it's
Yeah.
it's
For
an
me, I
issue.
believe that is being pushed. It's just like advertising for alcohol.
Yeah, but you see, even on media, there's straight couples in media. Then it's okay then having gay couples on media.
You know, the straight thing.
Uh-huh.
You know, God only created a man.
Which God are we? You see, now don't even bring religion
No,
into this,
the-
because when we start talking about God,
No, we should talk
we are
about-
contrary. No, God, we talk God in
Okay,
different
spirituality.
perspectives.
In the
Because for me, as I say, I'm very anti-Christ. I'm African spiritualist.
Okay.
So in African spirituality, first of all, in African spirituality, there are various gods.
Yeah,
We
of
can't
course.
say that there is one God. And the African spirituality is aligning with nature. So if someone who is homosexual is natural, that's aligning with nature. All of us cannot be the same. You understand? And that's the reason why I have a problem with Christianity, because then it tells you that there's this supernatural being somewhere over there that we should worship. But that supernatural being doesn't understand how flooding works, doesn't understand all those things. In African spirituality, we're the gods of air, which is Amun. We're the god of fertility, that evolved to become Amun-Ra. So each and every place, and there's the god of opening, like in Voodoo they say Papa Legba is the god of opening. So, and let me tell you one thing, it's also proven in Egypt, is the god of the gays.
What?
I forgot the name. Yeah, they were buried together. You see, in Egypt, they and let's not call it Egypt, Kemet, where it's black people. Kemet, they used to have gods, and funny enough, gods and kings would wear dreadlocks. So having dreadlocks in Kemet was like you were regarded as a high being. So there were two individuals, I forgot their names, the two individuals that were always together, men. They were always together, and they were painted like their noses together. And each and every time Asian Kemetic paints a man and a woman nose together, it meant they were lovers. And then when they died, they were mummified together. And it's proven there's a tomb that was open and two men inside one tomb. So that shows that there was a god of gays. And it's proven, like, basically these people were worshipped.
Ah, right. You mean?
That's African spirituality.
No,
That's
no,
not Christianity.
No, bro.
So you can argue from your Christianity
Okay,
perspective?
for me, no. I mean, okay, you know, most of us come from different backgrounds, right?
Yeah.
And most of us, we grew up knowing this Christianity thing.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, during our forefathers,
Mhm.
our great-great-great-granddad,
Mm.
they used to worship, like for example in Western, because we come from Western, all of us,
Mhm.
me and you,
Mhm.
we used to say Nyasai, right?
Yes.
Nyasai.
Yeah.
So when there was no rain,
Mhm.
there was hunger,
Mhm.
the old men
Mhm.
used to gather,
Mhm.
like 12 guys or 16,
Mhm.
or more than 5 people.
Yeah, yeah.
Then they took a goat
Uh-huh.
or a sheep.
Uh-huh.
Then they went to the mountain
Uh-huh.
to pray.
Exactly, yeah.
So I cannot say
Uh-huh.
that there is no God.
Uh-huh.
Just that we do not know the definition of that God, but there is a
Yeah.
supreme being
Yeah.
that watches over us. But the thing
But,
about
do you think the African spirituality you're talking about is polluted by Christianity?
of course,
There's a
some-
Christian influence
there
and
is,
everything.
because now
Yeah.
you see the way Christianity is nowadays. Because me, I stopped going to church because I am not a staunch Christian.
Yeah.
I believe in God,
Uh-huh.
but I am not a staunch Christian.
But you should be believing in God over narrative that you were given to you by white people. That Christianity.
No, for me,
Because you need
Okay,
to differentiate between whose God are you believing in.
Mm.
You can just believe in God, but you're also believing in that white man's God.
yeah.
So you need to know whose God are you
No,
believing
I don't believe in the white man. First of all.
But,
But
then,
before, you know, these things when you grow up and then you mature
Mhm.
and then you see the perspective of life,
uh-huh,
then you start to realize, okay,
Uh-huh.
oh, this thing is not supposed to go this way.
uh-huh,
And especially most of us who are in the urban areas,
yes.
we realize that Christianity has
Mhm.
become like a job.
Yeah,
Where people
it's a
want to
profession.
act like they are the best pastors. How can I put my problem
Mhm.
to you
To you.
and tell you pray to God
Mhm.
for me
Mhm.
so that I can also be rich
Mhm.
like you, and then I take all my money that I make and then I give you.
Okay, my other question is, I've always had people saying, oh, this so-and-so did this, went to Mganga, as you say,
Yeah.
and then it became rich.
Yeah,
But then, my question is, we are all poor in Africa.
of course.
If someone goes to Mganga and becomes rich, then why should we vilify that? I think then that should be the way to go. Let's all go then to Mganga and become rich.
The thing,
Instead of vilifying
the
it.
problem with us, I think we need to change our perspective of religion.
Uh-huh.
Let's just call it religion, right?
Mhm.
Because we have Islam,
Mhm.
Hindu, and whatever.
Mhm.
I believe
Mhm.
that we as human beings,
Uh-huh.
everybody should be given a chance
Uh-huh.
to practice
Whatever's
whatever works for
for
them,
them. Yeah.
whatever spirituality works for them.
But you see,
But-
it's already enshrined in the
Yeah, of
constitution.
course it is. course it
It's
is.
only that the Christian and the Muslim want to push it on everyone else that to become Christian.
Yeah, Christian or Islam.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like, you see, I don't see any reason to push something to someone.
Yeah, like forcing it.
Yeah.
You see the way you're saying LGBT is being forced on your neck.
Yeah, that's
But then I feel like Christianity is also being forced on our neck.
of course. But you see, like for example, how people see this.
Yeah, but
If you talk
uh-huh,
bad about Christianity,
uh-huh.
then
You are
then
deemed as the devil.
you are deemed as the devil. You are not supposed to ask any question.
That-
Is it that you are not supposed to ask any question? Because this person who's preaching to you is a human being like me,
Exactly.
right? He's just like a teacher. Because for me, I believe before churches came, there were synagogues and temples and whatever, right? And these temples, they were meant to teach children when you are young,
Yeah.
when you are being taught how to go in a different,
Uh-huh.
how to see life in a different perspective,
Perspective, yeah.
right? Then the churches came.
Yeah.
When the churches came, they introduced tithe,
Uh-huh.
sadaka,
Exactly.
they introduced all these things.
Mhm.
When there is a project in church, they want you to contribute, right? And then they reached extra mile to say that you and me, we should contribute for a pastor to buy a car.
Yeah. So basically, for you, is monetary system.
Yeah,
You're not okay with the church because the church
It's
has monetized.
yeah,
everything.
monetize everything. And then another thing. For me, I believe if we are praying to God,
Uh-huh.
I don't need you to be my mediator.
Yeah.
I can pray to God myself straight to God, right?
But somebody will argue that then there's a conflict of interest over there. You still don't want to lose that one thing that you feel it's not right, but at some extent you feel like you still want to incorporate the new you, the Afrocentrism in you, in the old version that you've been taught. I mean, still you're in the process of decolonizing your brain.
Of course, we have to decolonize ourselves. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not saying that, most of us, we Africans, especially us Africans.
Especially us Kenyans.
Yeah,
We have a problem.
we Kenyans.
We
Let us
have a
talk about the
problem.
problem here.
Yeah.
We believe that anyone who goes to church
Uh-huh.
is holier than thee.
Only them now, yeah.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
see, like if Nelson doesn't go to church, or if I don't go to church, then I'm a sinner.
But so let me ask you, Gerald, what's your view on after death? Do you think like there's a place called heaven that if you die you'll go?
For me, I don't. These things we were taught
In school?
in school.
So you're trying to unlearn?
We have to unlearn it because you see,
Yes.
look at China, for example.
Yeah.
Xi Jinping,
Mhm.
when he came to power,
Mhm.
many Chinese were very poor.
Yeah, for
Right?
sure.
What did he do?
Mhm.
He made sure
Mhm.
that the education system in China
Mhm.
worked.
Yeah.
Not you cramming things and thinking that
It was more of innovation,
your innovation
and,
more than cramming.
and more than cramming.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's why China right now,
Mhm.
it's beyond US.
Yeah.
It has surpassed America.
In terms of manufacturing.
Yeah, manufacturing,
Mhm.
infrastructure,
Mhm.
technology. Just that the Americans don't want to accept it, but it is the truth.
Yeah, it's so true.
They have more dollars
Mhm.
than the United States.
But then what can we do? Because you see here we're still
Okay.
managed by
For me,
the church.
I feel like, first of all, to change this thing, you see, we have been like, like the way terrorists are
Brainwashed.
brainwashed.
Yeah.
So for us, most of us, we have been brainwashed.
Uh-huh.
And if you think about it,
Uh-huh.
why is it that when you go to the Saudi Arabia
Uh-huh.
and wear a t-shirt that says Muhammad is gay,
Uh-huh.
you'll be killed.
Of course, yeah.
But
It's
when-
called what? Treason or?
Yeah. But when you wear a t-shirt that says Jesus is gay, nobody will kill you. I mean, people.
No,
will-
you actually need to ask yourself, why is it that
Yeah,
Saudi Arabia is
Yeah.
demolishing
Yeah.
the temples that were non-Muslim in Saudi Arabia? So it means in Saudi Arabia there was actually other
Other.
religion over there
Yeah.
apart from Islam.
And for me, this thing about Jews, the Israelites, for me, I believe that all of us, whoever being they are saying that we came from, right? All of us, we belong to one race. All of us.
I don't think that's the narrative we need to push.
No. Because you see, when we say that the Israelites are more special than other,
No, I'm just saying we need to own our identity.
yes.
The one thing actually get me pissed off with these Americans who, and even Kanye West was saying that I cannot be Jew, I cannot be anti-Semitic because I'm also Jew. That narrative to me doesn't work because I feel like it's a way of black people trying to avoid their heritage.
Okay, for me, I believe there were histories about us that were deleted. And there are so many things that we do not know about ourselves because now, think about it. Why is it that you only know up to your grandfather? Beyond your grandfather, you do not know anything about
Nothing
him.
is over there. Yeah.
Why?
But I can explain that because you see in African society most of the oral literature and history was being passed it's called what? Verbally, like from mouth to mouth. And then when the Christianity came and it came and diluted the mind, so the history was being coined from the victor's perspective. So the white man won the war, and then he just rewrote the narrative. Now we are having a narrative that is totally distorted.
Of course.
So my other take to you, Gerald, was about matriarchy. I don't know why. I'm not like opposing your views, but I don't know why you feel like women should not be in charge. But because all studies have pointed to African society being matriarchy, like women were the givers of life. They were hold of that higher higher value. So they control even the economies of Africa. So why is it an issue for us to oppress women in power?
For me, I just give you the scenario these days. I mean, you know Jordan Peterson.
I don't know.
There's a guy called Jordan Peterson, and he's also like more like Andrew.
But I think you're getting your
No,
from wrong people.
No, they are not wrong people. Believe me. You see, that's their perspective, right? But my perspective is, you see, this feminism shit, I call it shit, because I believe that when you give a woman power,
You're not giving them. They just having the same table. We're not giving them.
we are giving them power.
But they're proven over and over that they can do it better than even
No, they
us.
can't. Believe it or not, you see, if all of us disappeared from this world, all men
You want
disappeared.
to tell me women will not exist?
They will exist, but for how long?
But you see, the world is interconnected. We need each other.
Yes, of
even
course.
you need a woman.
Yeah, but
in your life.
you see, most roads are done by men, bricklayers men, houses built by men.
But is it done that way?
Engineering.
Is it that way because women are not given those opportunities?
Even if they were given that opportunity, even if you ask women who have big companies, whom would they prefer to employ, they will tell you men. Because a woman has this problem with, men we are logical. Yeah, most of us we are logical. Most men are logical. Women are not logical. So we don't want to let our feelings mature. Okay?
Yeah.
And then another thing, if you want us to be equal,
Gerald, I
right?
just hope we can hear you. Because
yeah.
you're a low toner.
If you want to talk about
Uh-huh.
how people are supposed to be equal, men and women are supposed to be equal, then
Hold on. Hold that thought. Okay, so let's go. So I just hope that this voice can be heard.
it will be hard.
So
Believe it or
continue.
not. Okay, for me, I believe that because women are fighting for equal right, right? This is the thing. If they want to be equal rights, then men should be playing against women. Like for example, in the NBA, there should be nothing like WNBA.
But genetically, you see, you're talking of physical.
No. You see, if we are talking about equal rights, then we do not have to put genetic nothing it should be equal.
But
across the
you
board.
are talking physically, mentally.
No, no,
There
no,
are
no,
women
no.
who are more intelligent than
Of
anyone
course,
else. Yeah.
of course.
So
That one I know.
you running a company doesn't mean you become physical. It means that when
Bro.
you're running a company, you're using your
Are we talking about these equal rights on only on companies and only jobs, or you are talking about across the board?
across the board management, especially management.
No, 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 no. Let us not put especially. This thing, if you see, equal rights should be equal across the board. If we are building a road, there should be 50 men and 50 women.
But the women.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
in those
If we
positions.
engineering,
Uh-huh.
right, there should be 50-50, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to bills,
Uh-huh.
paying bills,
Uh-huh.
right, it should be 50-50. When it comes to, if we have to do a divorce,
Uh-huh.
right, I shouldn't lose my house if I build it with my own money.
But I think that's what the Constitution says.
Yes,
That
that's-
when you the point is, let me just put this clear. The point is, when most African men goes into this institution of marriage, you tend to believe that sorry. So, hey, this women conversation is kind of difficult. You people should help me in the comment section, because we have much. But you see, the reason why for me, I believe women should be in power, in position, like they should be given equal opportunity, or maybe they should be put in position they're leading us, because it's proven over and over in our market, in our system. You remember Queen Zinga,
Matriarch.
Mekatilili Wamenza, it was matriarchy.
Uh-huh.
It's women who financed our social being then, before the white man came. It's women who plowed the land. It's women who fed every single person in the family. It's women who organized trade.
You see, my brother,
Mhm.
we are not denying the fact that everybody should be given equal rights,
Yeah.
right? But it shouldn't be on specifics.
No, we're not talking of specific.
Yeah, you know,
No, I'm just citing
women.
examples.
You see, what women want,
Uh.
it is they should also have higher offices like men. That is what they want. The equal rights they are talking about. It is they should also have higher offices like men.
Uh-huh.
We should have more president like men. Women should have more president like
But we
men.
can vote
We
them
should-
in. If
we
we
should-
change the mentality, we can vote them in.
No. I have no problem with that. But now, when we talk about equal rights, because now women want to have equal rights, we talk about across the board. If it is the military, front line, they should be taken to the front.
There are
Like-
women who are in the front line in the military.
How many?
The number is not
Yes.
massive, but then we need to teach our girls to take up space.
No, bro. We can talk this thing over and over, but believe it or not, women cannot do what men do. They cannot do what men do. Believe it or not, because
So for you,
it is not about men having the most of these things in this world. It is just genetically enshrined in us. Men are born to lead. All men. If you have a friend, who you are competing, like you are working with, the same, and then he doesn't compete with you, then that's not a man.
Okay,
A man
you know why I don't think that's your opinion.
Yeah, my
Don't
perspective.
disagree. But do you know why I cite men being in power is the wrong decision we can ever have? Because it's proven when men are in power, there's little peace. Like we've had so many wars when men got into power, as opposed when in African society when we had matriarchy, there were little or to zero wars. So women are more calculative on how to deal with disputes as opposed to men, because in Europe, even if the world goes to any other like 500 more wars right now, we cannot defeat the number of wars that has been fought in Europe. So Europe is proven to be the most violent place on earth for humanity.
The most violent
Yeah.
continent,
But Europe has always been led by men.
of course.
But women in Africa, where women were ruling, there were close to no wars. There were wars, yes, there were wars, but there were not as many as in Europe, where the men led. So
Yeah,
it means women were very. So, so, sorry, we got interrupted.
Yeah.
Now, anyway, moving on from matriarchy system.
Yeah.
Because
No,
that,
let's
that's,
finish
that's
this. Wait.
okay.
Before you go
Yeah.
on, we go on to another issue.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, brother, women will never be equal to men. Why? Because women, not women, women. You get.
But women are the givers of life.
No, I mean,
so
you
see, you're comparing women.
No.
You want women to be as muscular as men.
No, I'm
That's
not.
totally wrong.
It should be, because
there's one thing you need to know, that you cannot give birth.
no,
They
of
can
course
give
I
birth.
cannot give back.
Yeah.
Of course.
So they have a role to play.
Yeah.
You need to
Yeah,
appreciate
that
that.
they should stick to that role. They should stick to that role that they.
No.
You see, a modern day woman wants you to be a modern day man, right? Then that the same modern day woman wants you to be a traditional man, but she's not a traditional woman, because traditional women, when you get them, they were virgins. They had morals. You see what I'm saying? They had, they had everything any man would desire to have in a woman. Right now, you get a girl, she's either after your money, or she's either after you are, the.
But this is the standards you men have put for them.
No. We don't put any standard. You see, the makeup thing that women apply, it is because it is for them, not us.
But it's in an African society. It was us.
Yeah,
men,
yeah, yeah. No.
Us men who wear makeup to appease women.
No, where? In Benin?
Even
Here in Kenya? No.
See, let me tell you, it's proven. Even right now, as we speak, Niger, men line up, wear makeup, beautify themselves. I can even show you the videos.
Of course, but
beautify themselves to appease women, so that women can give them a hand of marriage.
No problem.
So when did
no
this
problem.
change? This changed because the white man came and polluted your mind with this misogynist thing.
Okay, bro, for me, I believe that because now this story cannot end. I believe
it's a long one.
Yeah, it's a long one, but we will talk about it next week. For me, I believe if we have to talk about equal rights, right? Then if it is not specifics we are talking about, then it should be across the board. But if it's not across the board, then we should give women certain opportunities that they are good at. Because women, they are good at multitasking.
My problem is, why are men giving women instead of
women giving us?
No, instead of women being treated equally. We're not doing them a favor. We're not doing women a favor. That's one thing you need to understand. But you saying giving them is like asking British, would you kindly give us independence? Would you kindly give? No. They want to give equal. It's something that has to be done.
You see, brother, in our African society,
the one that was polluted by the white man.
The one that was polluted by the
so when somebody starts saying in an African society, I always tell them, tell me pre-colonial African society.
Wait. In our African society, for me, I believe that a man's job is to provide.
That's a white man.
To protect.
That's not even.
No. Listen.
That's
to protect.
a white man thing.
No. It's not a white man thing.
It's a white. They're the ones who brought it. They're the ones who say that women should remain in the kitchen. Let me tell you how women remain in the kitchen concept came about. Let me just tell you from an African perspective. Do you know why we say in an African we say women are the givers of life? Do you know why? And I forgot to came with an ankh. Do you know why the ankh was a symbol of life in ancient Kemet, which is Egypt? It's because women were valued as a supernatural being.
Okay.
They gave life. So they plow the land, they made sure they prepare the food, they feed the society, they initiate economy by doing barter trade and bringing revenue to the kingdom. Kingdom of the Great Zimbabwe, women were the people in the front line of the economy trade, and they traded all over. This was done because they were the giver of life. So it meant if a man plows the land, he'll make the land barren because he's not the giver of life. He does not understand how to plow the land and how to cultivate and how to give us life. All of us. Food is life. So that's why they prepare food to give us. They were the giver of life. So, having said that, when the white man came in 14 BC, 14,000 BC, they 1400 BC, sorry, they saw that the women remained.
Was it BC or after?
I'm not sure. That's 1400. Yeah. So they said, since I went to Africa and women just belongs to the kitchen, they actually went back there to their country and went with this ideology that women belongs to the kitchen. And it has come back with an Afro-American concept that women should belong to the kitchen, men should go and provide. And when they came here, they viewed our men as lazy and not productive. And that's why right now there's a narrative that Africans are lazy. But they did not understand the concept. Women at the kitchen, they plow the land. It's because they are the giver of life. If you plow the land, then the land becomes barren. So the narrative came back with the Bible, telling us that a man should provide and a woman should remain in the kitchen. Which and then let me tell you, all these stories of Alien, Black Panther, all those were just derived from African perspective. That's why I keep saying, voodoo spirituality, African spirituality is so powerful.
So you believe in what?
May believe in African spirituality.
Okay.
There are so many, you can choose which one you want to believe in. And it's a learning curve.
How do you pray?
Now that's now the problem I have with Christians. Because you've been given this institutional way.
No, I mean, just tell me
how do I relate with my God? My God. Each God.
How do you pray, or how do you do the talking to your? Is it spirit or what? Yeah. Spirit. How do you talk to your spirit?
You appease your ancestors.
How?
So basically, you just align yourself. You put your spirit in the, like, if you want to appease.
You like meditation?
Like meditation.
Okay.
All this, you see, meditation and saying, what do they call that? Yoga thing. All those things was just derived from Africa. Because in African spirituality, we didn't wear shoes. Not because we're primitive. It's because we know the body has electrons. If you wear a shoe, it will not go down to the ground. It will not be absorbed by the ground. So that's why you walk barefoot. Yeah, because the ground is nature. Align yourself with nature. That's why you see African spirituality is supernatural. Because
I think for me, I'm going to read about this
African spirituality.
Then we come back. We need to be on Monday or when
whichever. I'll try and find a day that I'm free and then I come.
Then we come. You bring your facts. I bring my facts. Right? Then we talk about this thing, because for me,
African spirituality is so diverse and so broad that even me, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I'm unlearning what I learned all the 18 years of my life.
Okay.
Now I'm learning again. I'm learning what my ancestors used to do. But in every single thing that I'm learning, I come to realize they keep telling you of aliens. Do you know aliens are real? According to African spirituality.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know the Dembele in Southern Africa, they believe that we ascended from the skies? Why do they, when they want to depict an alien, they depict an alien with a funny face with some stuff like that?
Yeah.
When you do your dreadlocks like this, they form the same shape. When the aliens, this is the Dembele culture, when the aliens will come back, I don't know how they call them, but let's just use the term aliens. When the aliens will come back, because they're in the outer universe, when they come back, the only people they are going to associate with and to relate is us black people. And that's what in Christianity people say is the return of
Christ.
Yeah. But it's us, our brothers, who are going to come back. And they'll speak a language that we understand. No any other person will understand. The beauty is when they come, they will never destroy. But monetary patriarchy will all die. Because in alien and what the Dembele believe is they don't have gender to them. And that's what happened in African spirituality. We didn't have gender.
So
It was age set.
Wait,
You are
wait.
born during this
Wait a
age.
minute, brother. Wait a minute. You want? Okay, let's finish the woman thing. We'll come back on it next week. You mean to tell me there is no gender,
It's a spectrum.
bro? What?
African spirituality is a spectrum. Whether you are either masculine or feminine. So you fall in between there. When our brothers come, which the white man calls the alien, they will come genderless, but will they be able to reproduce? So they will have both femme and masculine, but they will be able to reproduce. Do you know why they had to make sure the pyramid of Giza, we do not continue constructing them? Because the pyramid of Giza, the way they are built, they were giving us light. Before Edison started doing, and Nikola Tesla started in, even Nikola Tesla himself cited that the origin of light started by the pyramid of Giza, because Giza, the way those structures were built, pyramid, and if you look at the US dollar, it still cite the pyramid. It cite the pyramid, and then it cite the eye on top. That's
All
not, and
seeing eye.
what everyone says is Illuminati.
Illuminati,
It's not Illuminati.
All
That's
seeing
now
eye.
African spirituality, because that was what was supposed to give us light. In Egypt, by then Kemet, they were having light.
Yeah, for me, I believe that there's some screws that were removed from us. And
There was a lot.
yeah,
Not even
that-
some.
I mean, a lot of things were removed from us,
Yes.
and I do not dispute that fact,
Yes.
right? But for me, I believe there is God. That one, you believe in your spirituality. Yeah, but for me, I believe there is
So
God.
you believe in a white man's God?
No, I don't believe in a white
No,
man's
let's
God.
just
I
call
believe
a-
there is God.
just
Because
call
you
a
see,
spade a spade.
before the white man came, I told you a story before when the vlog started.
Yeah.
That our great granddads
Uh-huh.
used to go to the mountains to pray.
But do you think they were praying to which God?
That God is what I'm talking about. That God, because we do not have, like, I don't believe there are multiple gods.
Do you know which God they were praying to? Let me just enlighten you.
No, I mean the God that is up there. Right?
Yeah, do you know, because you don't know which God
You know,
they were
God
praying
is
to?
around us every time.
Do you know which
So-
God they were praying to?
God.
No. It's called, in Giriama they call Murungu.
Murungu, yeah.
Murungu was
Nyasai.
God of earth.
Nyasai, like yes, we call it Nyasai.
Yeah, the God of earth. So, they were praying to earth. Destroy earth, you live in hell. Protect earth, you live in heaven. That's why Wangari Maathai fought for the environment. Because she knew environment is God. Right now we're talking about
I know.
global
Climate change,
warming,
yeah,
climate
yeah.
change. Because we destroyed earth. And everyone is now realizing that earth is God. When your ancestors were going to the mountain and they were going to the tree, why were Africans hugging trees? Because she absorbed all our negative energies and gave us a new life.
Then I
African spirituality is so powerful, and I'll keep on telling you that. It's so powerful that they were afraid.
But brother, you see, as much as you say this,
Yeah.
right? I still believe that we need to get in touch with our roots.
Yes,
We
yes,
need to.
we need to do that.
Yeah, we need to get in touch with our roots.
And
We will find time.
it will take time. It will take time
we
because
will find time so that we can go and do like a thesis. The way when you are doing a master's, you do a thesis. Then we go to those old men in the villages. We talk to them. We talk and then we vlog it.
Yeah.
We talk to them. We talk to them. We talk to them, and then we see the truth. Because now when you talk to several people and then they talk the same thing, there is some truth, right? For me, I believe that the reason why the white men came, Africans were very welcoming.
That's a
Yeah.
fact. Yeah.
And that's our nature, you know. Then the white man came, and then when he came the first time, because the first time they were exploring, the second time they came with missionaries, then the third time they came to colonize. Now when they came, they realized these people, because we didn't see any harm with the white man, we took him like our brother. And we were not surprised because we had already seen white people like them.
And that's,
So for them, they believed that we were surprised, but we were not.
just hold on. And then I said,
Unasikia? The problem with the white man, right? And the white men are our brothers. We don't want to act like we are here, we are being racist or something. You know, some people take this thing into different contexts.
but when you speak of Africa, Afrocentric, we have to differentiate ourselves from that.
Yeah, but we are the strongest race.
Certain, but let me tell you the origin on how the white man started their voyaging across the world. So in Europe, they had fought so many wars,
I know
and let me tell you, Christianity wasn't even in Europe. Christianity was brought by the Catholic Church.
Catholic Church,
So the Roman Catholic
the
Church.
time of Alexander the Great and the whatever.
Yeah. So the church just indoctrinate their religion and what was perceived to be the truth, and then they formed Christianity. And that's when they took, do you know Nun? N-U-N.
Yeah, none.
Do you know what Nun is? Just a god in ancient Kemetic Egypt. There was a god called Nun, N-U-N. They call it Nun, not Nun. They just took the same, and
so
then
you read about Egypt. Is it called Egypt? What? Egyptology or what?
Egyptology.
Yeah. So you've read about it.
Because that's the only way we can still derive an African spirituality narrative coming from there. And you see, Egypt, which was ancient Kemet, is the mother of all civilization.
Of course.
Yeah. So Nun, which they call Nun, they call their sisters, was a god called Nun. Just go and Google who the god of Nun in ancient Kemetic. Amun was the god of air. And that's why we say, and that's why they took that and replaced it to Amen. In science, they took and say atom, because atom is what? Molecules. Which is what? Air. So every single thing cited from us, black people. And when we say Kemet says it's black people. The first Greeks to enter Kemet, they described us black people as the most eloquent, black, handsome that the world has never ever seen.
I know the story.
Yeah.
For me, I believe that the reason why the white race, let us call it race, it is fighting so hard to distinguish us. You know, because what they are doing, most of them, they want to kill us, all of us. I mean, that's what they have been trying to do.
They want to take the resources that we have.
And they want also to take the resources that we have. That's why in DRC Congo, there have never been peace.
Yeah.
Why? Because if we were to build the Grand Inga Dam in DRC Congo, it will provide us with power, whole of Africa, for 200 plus years.
Yeah.
And we also have small rivers.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't.
Then we come back to your story.
I didn't finish how the white man came.
I know how he came. The reason why the white man came, in Europe, there used to be many wars.
Correct.
These guys, they could not stand each other.
So we agree on that. Amazing.
Yeah, I know.
And
These
who
guys
told
could
them
not
to
stand.
go and conquer the
Yeah.
world?
So they sat down and said, okay, if we continue with this trend, we are going to extinguish ourselves.
For sure, certainly.
Now they decided, okay, there are other places that we can explore.
No, the Pope is the one who told them.
Yeah.
Instead of fighting within yourselves, go and conquer the other place and take the land.
So they came to Africa, others went to India and
Exactly.
And that's why they call us people of color.
Yeah. So that's why they brought when they came to Africa, they faced resistance. This is one thing you need to understand.
Yeah, of course I know.
In South Africa they faced resistance from the Khoisan.
Yeah, Khoisan.
The Khoisan made sure they established an efficient trade.
Yeah.
And they kept on reminding them that this is our land. What is called Cape Colony right now.
Okay.
They kept on reminding them this is our land. So they knew that that's the land for the Khoisans.
Yeah.
So what did they want to do? Because the Khoisans used African spirituality and it was so powerful, it was killing them and they couldn't understand.
Yeah.
So what do? Force them into Christianity. That's how Christianity was started being indoctrinated in the entire Africa.
I think
So
we need to
Christianity
talk about more of that Christianity because
was forced because they were scared of African spirituality. It was so powerful that it could make them extinct, and they were fighting for extinction.
brother, you know you are going to get backlash on this thing because many people are so
But people need to read. It's just
so much into Christianity that when you tell them the truth, they think that you are being evil, you know, something.
and learning it's a process.
Yeah,
It takes time.
How to learn.
Yeah,
So
it takes
now,
time. Yeah.
our parents, okay, we cannot blame them. And
We
we
cannot-
cannot teach them what they already.
No, this is just for the young people and
Yeah.
the future generation.
So-
Them, they've lived their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what I was saying is,
Yes.
you and the church is the man. So basically, for me, I agree that Christianity is the mother of all evil that we are in right now. Because Christianity then brought democracy, another mother of all evil, then brought capitalism,
Yeah.
mother of all evil.
For me, I believe that for us to learn, we should be for us to understand what is going on. We should be willing to learn,
Yes,
and for us to learn, then we should be willing to go to the villages
and
look for
seek
this-
information.
seek information from those villages. Most of the things that we are talking about here are just a synopsis,
Yeah.
like a trailer
Yeah,
of
yeah.
what
for
is
sure.
happening. So I think we should get time. Then we go to the villages, and then we talk to these old men and these old mamas, and you know, we learn about our culture,
Yes.
as an African,
Mhm.
as a black man, because we are the superior race, brother.
Yes.
Hey, you know, we don't care about this.
Yeah, and that's another thing I was telling a friend of mine. It's proven scientifically,
Of course.
even if, because somebody was saying, oh, you know, they're bringing homosexuality then so that you do not reproduce. But I was telling my friend of mine, it's proven scientifically, even if 7 out of 10 men in Africa become homosexual, fully homosexual that they sleep with men and men, leave alone the homosexual that they're sleeping with women and men, full. We're still going to be the majority come 2050, 2070.
Of course.
7 out of 10. So 3, we're still going to be the majority. They all know that. So it's not an issue for them, for people
For
being
me,
queer.
the way I see, okay, for me, I have a problem with that gay nonsense. I don't like it. But for me, I believe that the white man is scared, but it is inevitable. We are going to be the most powerful continent in the world.
But
Whether
now,
we have to wait for 50 years or 100 years, but it will eventually come where the whole of Africa, there will be nothing like Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. It will be all the name. The
I
name is
wish
not
we-
Africa. It should be. What's the name? Is it Ethiopia?
no,
it should be.
Al-Kabulem.
Yeah.
So,
The
that
translation comes to Ethiopia, but it should have.
no, but Ethiopia is Greek.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a Greek
no,
word.
it should be what?
I
The
think
name?
it's Al-Kabulem.
Al-Kablan.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We should be called.
But see, my thing is, we might. This is one thing people need to be very careful, and this now narrows down to when I always say, so we need to fight for the land, because we might be the majority, but with nothing,
We don't own anything. Yeah.
We need to be the majority, but we own the economy, we control the economy. Now the
That's what
problem
the
is,
Jews are doing.
yeah. The problem is, right now, what we're doing is, we're going to be the majority like Brazil, where black people are the majority, but they have nothing.
They have nothing.
So we need to be the majority, but we own land. But the only way they're going to control us with land is food.
Yeah.
And it's so sickening that our people don't even recognize that we need to have discussion on food sustainability and how we're going to
Yeah.
control our own food. Because right now we've been given GMO,
Yeah.
and people think,
That is what Ruto is going to pass, and he's going to make sure that it passes in the parliament.
and then they'll be controlling your
Yeah,
food.
because
Because
now-
every single year you'll be going to them to
Yeah,
get
to buy
seeds.
seeds. Because now when you plant any of GMO seedling on your farm, there is no any other seedling that will grow.
Yeah, for
Nothing
sure.
will grow.
So my point, my take is we need to control the land.
Yeah. Okay, when you see, for me, I don't love Ruto, but I don't hate him. You know, because
You have a love-hate relationship.
I have a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
But I love Baba
Uh-huh.
more, and I have my own reasons. Maybe some people hate him, but for me, I do not hate him because I believe the freedoms we are enjoying is because of him. For me, I believe this is for me. Some people might say, "Oh, I'm being delusional," but for me, this old man, the reason why we have a 10-year period for presidency is because of him. And the reason why he is very important, he has kept quiet for the past like 2 months. You see what is happening. It is chaos. Right now it's chaos. And people are so, people believe, they don't believe the truth because they do not know the difference between the truth and lies.
And the lies.
And people, these politicians have mastered the art, the craft. You see the way the white man conquered. He used to divide and conquer.
No, he just used the Bible. Even the
Of
politicians.
course, they used the Bible,
Yeah.
but he came with the divide and conquer rule. Whereby, Nelson, you are a Luya, right? I am a Kikuyu, right? The Kikuyus are many than Luyas. So I put Kikuyu and Luyas into fighting, but when you go to vote, the Kikuyus always win, right? They empower their people, the few people.
But don't you think that that's the mother of all evil?
Yeah,
Democracy.
Yeah, democracy, yeah. Now, they empower their people, but not all Kikuyus, because most of them suffer like us.
For me, Gerald, I understand it, but for me, I always feel like when we start talking of division of tribe and everything, one thing we must understand is medieval Africa, as much as we were Bantus, we were very much aside from one another. So it's a learning process even for us. And then it got diluted by the white man when he came and everything. But then my biggest problem is if religion, leave alone even, religion is just on another level, but democracy. You see why I always say democracy is the mother of all evil? Because you might have democracy, but then democracy will be used to serve the masters. Like America will decide who's going to be president and then put that person in president. Then why don't you then change democracy? Because democracy is not even, we're always forced to have democracy in Africa with guns and bullets. But it's not something that we've always been doing.
Think about it this way.
We've never been ruling ourselves.
Freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Right? The freedom of speech. Do you think it is freedom of speech or it is freedom of a perspective of a certain person who thinks there should be freedom of speech?
But it's so true.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, these people want to say, oh, we need democracy, whereby we have equal rights. But whose equal rights are we talking about really? Because why is it that the most democratic countries in the world have the most poorest people? The most democratic countries in the world have the most poorest people, or middle class.
It's designed that way.
Yeah, because they want the poorest person to be feeding the middle class, the middle class to be feeding the
upper class,
and that
trend continues. My other issue is why is it that even Middle Easterns, they were all colonized, but they still use monarchy system? Yeah. Why can't you just go back to monarchy, the one that you know how to do it better? Yeah,
because for me, I believe this white man, because the buck stops at the white man. Believe it or not, it stops at the white man. The white man is afraid. You remember the...
Just a minute, sorry. Okay, so we're going to wind up over here. So Gerald is going to give us a parting shot and then we'll finalize on this and then we'll have some more conversation coming on. So stay tuned, like, share this video, subscribe to our channel. Yeah, so Gerald, give us the final views. What's the way forward for Africa as we speak right now?
The way forward for Africa. First of all, for me, I am grateful that you guys are watching this channel.
Thank you.
And we are happy to talk to you guys.
That we are having this conversation.
Yeah, and we are having this conversation. We are not saying that we are saying all facts. You can
comment,
you can comment and you
in the comment section below.
In the comment section. And if you also want to be included on the vlog,
you can come and share your sentiments.
You can come and share your sentiments. So, Africans should believe in themselves.
Yes.
That is the first
And
thing.
stop seeking validation from white
and
people.
stop seeking validation from the white people.
Mhm.
That is for me what I want the Africa. Then I want one Africa, whereby we do not have all these borders. That if I want to go to South Africa, I need myself a visa or a passport. If I want to go to Nigeria or Senegal or what have you, I just need my ID and I go to anywhere I want to go. Then another thing, we should identify opportunities for us Africans so that most of us should not be going to Europe to seek for employment and what have you, because we have huge potential here and we have manpower. Can you imagine if the Negroes, they call them Negroes, the black people in the US, if they decided that they are tired of this shit, they're coming back to Africa. Of course, most of them are brainwashed. They are being told that Africa, there is drought, there is, floods, and there is poverty. Actually, most of us live better lives than most of you guys out there. But we don't go around sharing these thoughts for you. So for me, I believe that don't believe what the white media says. Believe what you know.
So
Seek the truth yourself, and then you'll be liberated.
okay. So how do you think it's possible for you to unite not only Africans but even Africa of diaspora?
Okay, first of all, we have to come together as Africans. We have to accept that we have flawed and we have flaws. Then when we accept that, then we come together as one, and then we decide what way we should go. Because now, if we have to plan for 100 years, we have to plan them before the 100 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. Okay, yeah, that's his opinion. Your opinion, but for me, my take would be, let's start reviewing even our system of governance. Basically, democracy that we're being forced to have, I don't think it's the best system because we don't even know how to implement it because it wasn't ours. So let's start even reviewing a system of governance. Let's start questioning every single thing. Should not be told GMO and then accept GMO. Question every single thing. Go to Monsanto page, start reading, blah, 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 every single thing. Yeah. And then we need to start having conversation of pre-colonial Africa, not having history being told after colonial. No, let's have conversation pre-colonial Africa. And then just start getting to understand yourself spirituality, African spirituality, and then start unlearning what you've learned for all those years. And then we get to a position where we are talking one language as the entire continent, as opposed to people of East Africa and South and
West Africa, Central Africa, North Africa.
Let's
that
talk,
is nonsense.
Let's talk as first as people of the black race.
Yes.
And secondly, as people of the mother continent.
Of course, the motherland.
Motherland, yes.
Yeah.
So, but then we need to have candid conversation. We need not to sugarcoat, like the way I was asking him his view on matriarchy system, homosexuality. We need to have this kind of conversation. So
if you are a gay and you believe that you can come and share your thoughts on our podcast, you can just tell us. We can book a hotel or something. We come, vlog this.
No, we can do it here in the Kinyozi.
Here at the Kinyozi. We have no problem. We do not discriminate anyone. Don't get it twisted. We are not homophobes. We just share different opinions.
All along I've always thought he's a homophobe, but
but I'm not. I am not.
So having said that, if you're there and you think that gay people should be given a chance to air their views, comment in the comment section, and then we'll look for someone who's bold enough to appear over here and have this conversation rolling. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate. My name is Govedi Masonkole.
My name is Gerald Oluoch. And we are.
When we are here. Okay, bye. Let him shave my hair and then I go home because I've been here for almost 1 hour.